Having completed incise carving, we are now ready to move on to something a little more difficult. This video will focus on chip carving. Chip carving is based on the triangle and is used to form geometric shapes. Simple triangles are removed from the wood to form interesting designs that could easily be incorporated into your junior cert projects. It is a relatively easy procedure that can be mastered with little practice. The tools needed to complete this project include marking equipment such as a pencil, ruler, a compass and a tri-square. You will also need clamps, a V-chisel, a straight edge chisel and a mallet as displayed here. The first step involved with chip carving is marking out your geometric design. Using a ruler, tri-square and a pencil to begin, we will mark a square offside 70 mm on the piece. Then join the opposite corners of the square. The next step is to bisect each angle that you can see, using a compass as shown. Draw a line extending from each of the bisected angles as directed in the footage. Now that it is fully marked out, we are ready to begin. But first, make sure the workpiece is secured in a vise or use clamps as shown here. When the piece is secured, begin carving by pairing along the lines that bisect the angles until they meet at a point in the centre. This point will be the deepest part of the groove. Use a mallet with the V tool to avoid overshooting the cut. Loosen the clamps and rotate the piece as you go along, in order to make it more comfortable for yourself. Repeat this procedure on all the bisecting lines in the square, and be careful not to carve the wrong line. Note how the groove gets deeper as it gets closer to the centre. When you have 3 grooves cut using the V-tool, you then proceed to use the straight chisel. With this chisel, we will set in as shown in this footage. Remember that patience is the key when carving, so do not take off too much material at a time. Instead, remove small strips at a time, like he is doing here. Don't forget that the cut is going to be the deepest at the centre, so do not remove too much material at the corners. Repeat this procedure shown when setting in towards each V-shaped groove. Using the final triangle, we will go through what was done once again. Try and recall what each step was while the video is playing. Once again, we begin by using the V-tool to create a groove where the bisecting lines are. We then use the straight chisel to do what we call setting in, as demonstrated here. Remove the clamps and turn the piece around if needs be, rather than stretching. He pares any rough edges remaining in order to tidy up the finished appearance of the project. Simple chip carvings, like the one shown, are very decorative and are an easy way to enhance pieces of work such as your Junior Cert project. Here is a quick recap of the steps involved with chip carving.